make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Setting, and that's it. Everything else is different sports. Baseball, softball.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
tonight's softball action between the Lady Warriors of Culleoka.
Again, we'll run through the lineups for both teams, starting with Culleoka. Number 12, Cade Chumley at shortstop. Number 16, Kendall Reichman pitching. Number 15, B. Bowles catching. Number 11, Taylor Watson at first base. Number 3, Kay Andrews in center field. Number 10, Kay Burns at third base. Number 18, S. Burns playing left field. Number 77, Kay Stutz at second base. Number 19, A. Huskins in right field. For the Lady Cats, we got number 2, Kenzie Griggs playing shortstop. Number 12, Lauren Bryant in right field. Number 42, Kylie Brewer in center field. Number 3, Kelsey Carroll pitching today for the Lady Cats. Number 30, Blair Bogus at first base. Number 44, Isabel Ludicky catching. Number 7, Jack Keaton playing shortstop. Number 11, Gracie Staggs playing third base. And number 25, Reagan Cruz in left field. Something I noticed about the lineup today, I know the last time I was on air with you all, we had Sarah Blackburn as a designated player, designated hitter, however you want to phrase it, for Reagan Cruz, but Blackwell not in the lineup today, and Reagan Cruz will be hitting in the 9-hole for the Lady Cats, as the Culleoka Lady Warriors have been announced, and they stand along the third base line. And now the Lady Cat non-starters and starters are being called out, and they run to their positions just before the national anthem. Something I want to see today for the Lady Cats, especially from Carol pitching. I've never got to witness her pitch myself, and I think Coach Cruz would agree with me on this, or the entire coaching staff. You just want to see your starter go out there and just fill up the strike zone, just throw strikes, pound the zone, get ahead in counts.
And Jason Cruz.
That's all the Lady Cat starters have been announced, and we'll go to our prayer and national anthem.
The playing of our national anthem. Most gracious and loving Lord, we're so thankful for this day that you've given us. We're so thankful for the opportunity to come out and watch these young ladies display their God-given ability. We thank you for safe travels for Culleoka getting here today, Lord. We ask that these young ladies play to the best of their ability. Be with the umpires as they make the call to the best of their judgment. And be with us as spectators as we set the example for these young ladies. In your holy and precious name we pray. Amen.
And that was our prayer national anthem as Lady Cats go into their respective positions. Carol looking to start her warm-up tosses when Ludicky makes it behind the plate. She's set up. Carol just about set to start the warm-up tosses, and we'll go through the Lady Cats defensive alignment, obviously in the center. Doing the pitching, we've got number 3, Kelsey Carroll, catching number 44, Isabel Ludicky at third base, number 11, Gracie Staggs. At shortstop, number 2, Kenzie Griggs. At second base, number 7, Jack Keaton. At first base, number 30, Blair Bogus. In left field, number 25, Reagan Cruz. In center, number 42, Kylie Brewer. And rounding out the defense for the Lady Cats is number 12, Lauren Bryant in right field. The thing I've noticed about these Lady Cats is they're very solid in the field. And that gives you great comfort as a pitcher when you know that even if the opposing team puts the ball in play, you've got players behind you that can make the plays that are in front of them. And I know the coaches, that's all they can ask for. As Carol continuing to go through her warm-up tosses, and the first three to greet her from Culleoka will be, again, Chumbley, Reichman, and Bowles. So let's see if Carol can have a quick top of the first here. As her warm-up tosses are completed, ball works its way around the infielders after the throw down from Ludicky. They exchange the high fives in the circle.
Now batting for the Lady Warriors, the shortstop, number 12, Chumbley.
Everybody making their way back. As Chumbley just waiting on everyone else so she can dig into the right-handed batter's box. Umpire's ready, Carol's ready, Chumbley's ready, and we've got softball. Carol's first pitch. Strike just a little bit above the zone as Chumbley moves ahead 1-0. The 1-0 delivery from Carol is a strike that catches the lower outside corner. Good pitch there from Carol. And I can tell you as a former pitcher, you want to live on that lower outside part of the zone. It's hard for a hitter to do anything with it. Carol's 1-1 offering a little bit too low as Chumbley now finds herself ahead 2-1. The 2-1 from Carol is again low, bounces to Ludicky. Good job to pick that as the count moves to 3-1. See if Carol can climb the ladder and bounce back. We've got the spirit fingers going from Greg Martin up here. There's a line drive hit down the right field line, but it's going to get down foul. And the count runs full. We've got a little bit of rain developing. That was not spirit fingers from Greg. That was an indication of rain. I just misinterpreted. The full count pitch from Carol. Hit, foul ball. Ooh, that was dangerously close, looked like. Well, just to be honest with you folks, I couldn't tell. This top of this dugout's blocking my view, but Blair offered at it for a second, then just watched it roll foul down the right field line, so the count remains at full. And good at bat here from Chumbley, but here's the next full count pitch. It's way high, and Chumbley's going to earn a leadoff walk. As Chumbley wins the battle there between her and Carol, and now stepping into the box for Culleoka is number 16, Kendall Reichman. Let's see if Carol can make him get a ground ball double play here. First pitch, Reichman takes a big hack, fouls it straight back as Carol finds herself ahead 0-1. Carol's ready. Here's the pitch. Change up that Reichman waits back on. That's hit down the left field line. Cruz giving chase. It's in foul territory just off the tip of her glove. And the count will run to 0-2. Great effort there by Cruz. Just a hair bit out of reach. As I thought she was going to get to that one. Maybe another step, and she does. But count runs 0-2. Here's the next pitch from Carol. Fastball high. That'll run the count to 1-2 as Ludicky gives a look at Chumbley at first. Works her back, and now the count runs 1-2. Let's see if Carol can get her here. The 1-2 from Carol is a fastball blown right by Reichman. And it was a drop third strike, but the batter's automatically out, and Chumbley was about to take off the second, dives back in just ahead of the throw from Ludicky down to Bogus. And there's your first out, nearly a double play there. Is now stepping into the box for Culleoka is number
15, Brooks.
15. Bowles, and the first pitch to her is a strike. Good pitch from Carol there, working ahead of the last two hitters. That's what we like to see. The 0-1 pitch. Ooh, caught the top outside corner. I thought that might have been a ball, but that's why I'm up in the booth, and the umpire is calling balls and strikes as Carol works ahead 0-2. The 0-2 offering from Carol. Fastball just a bit above the belt of Bowles, and that'll make the count 1-2. Not a bad pitch from Carol. Maybe get a chase there on that 0-2 count. Still way ahead. See if she can put Bowles away here. Next pitch is fouled back off the backstop. Count remains at 1-2.
Correction, the batter's name is Bowles.
Next pitch to Bowles is a changeup that's lifted high in the left field. Cruz is camped under it. She's got it with a one-handed catch, fires it back into second base on the line. And that'll be the second out of the inning here for the Lady Warriors.
Now batting the Lady Warriors, first baseman number 11,
Good
Watson.
bounce back from Carroll after that leadoff walk with a strikeout and a fly out to left field. Now greeting Carroll will be Andrews of Culleoka, their center fielder. First pitch to her is high, about chest high. That'll be ball one. Excuse me, this batter is Taylor Watson. I jumped the gun, tried to give Andrews an extra AB, but the first pitch to Watson misses high. Count runs 1-0. The next delivery from Carroll is a fastball swung and missed on. Man, Watson took a big hack at that, looking to do damage. But comes up empty and count evens up 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Carroll. Fastball, ooh, just a little bit outside. Count runs to 2-1. Carroll's been around the strike zone for the most part. Only one or two getting away from her so far. Like to see that. Next pitch. A little bit low and count runs 3-1. From Carroll. Fastball popped up. Gonna hit the netting and bounce back in play. Count now full. So let's see if Carroll can get Watson here, get these Lady Cats in the dugout, get the bats going. As we still remain scoreless here in the top of the first. Full count pitch from Carroll. That's gonna miss high. Watson's gonna work her way down to first base. Chumley to second base. And the Lady Warriors have
Now batting the Lady
runners
Warriors,
on
center
first and
fielder number
second
3,
with 2 outs
Andrews.
here in the top of the first, as now stepping into the box will be Andrews, the center fielder. Now she's batting. As she digs into the right-handed batter's box. First delivery from Carroll is hit into center field. It's going to drop in front of Brewer. Looks like Chumley's going to score. No, she's not. She's safe! The throw beat Chumley by a good 2 or 3 steps, but the umpire said that Chumley somehow got under the slide, or under the tag, excuse me, with the slide. So the Lady Warriors going to take an early 1-0 lead.
Now batting the Lady Warriors, third baseman number 10, Burns.
From center field. Good piece of hitting by Andrews there to drive in a run for the Lady Warriors. First pitch from Carroll to the new batter Burns is popped up out of play as she moves ahead 0-1.
She hit it on the box.
Next pitch from Carroll is a little bit low and outside, count evens 1-1.
Now yours, not mine.
Carroll looking to bounce back after giving up the RBI single. Next pitch, that's going to be high, count runs 2-1. Next pitch from Carroll, that one's high too. Now Burns finds herself ahead 3-1. So see if Carroll take a deep breath, get herself back in the count. Change up on 3-1. Burns swings right through it. Was not expecting a 3-1 change up, and neither was I. Great pitch selection from Carroll there, the coaching staff, and count now full. The full count pitch, fastball that Burns swings and misses on. That'll end the top of the first here as Culleoka strikes first.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
set to get action going here in the bottom of the first as Culleoka struck first there in the top of the first on an
Now
RBI
batting,
single
number 2,
by
Kenzie Griggs.
Andrews to drive in Chumley. Culleoka beneficiary of the leadoff walk. Turned into a run. We'll see if the Lady Cats can get that one and then some back. As the first 3 for Wayne County this inning will be Kenzie Griggs, Lauren Bryant, and Kylie Brewer. As Roshman's first pitch to Griggs, fastball that catches the strike zone. Count moves to 0-1. Griggs taking all the way there, looked like. The next offering from Roshman is fouled off, hit the netting, and Watson's going to catch it at first base. And count moves to 0-2. So Roshman working way ahead so far. Look for Griggs to battle here, put up a good at bat. The 0-2 pitch is high, and Griggs thought about offering but was able to hold back. Count moves 1-2. Roshman's got her sign in her windup. The 1-2 pitch is high as well. Count even at 2-2 now. So good job of Griggs to stay patient. As a hitter, you just want to command the strike zone, and Griggs doing a good job of that so far. The 2-2 pitch to her. That one's high as well. Count runs full. So after finding herself in an 0-2 hole, Griggs has worked this count back full. We'll take a leadoff walk too. We'll take the base runners any way we can get them. As the full count pitch from Roshman. That one's high as well. I think the last 4 pitches missed the same exact spot. And
Now
Griggs
batting,
finds
number
herself on the
12,
lead
Lauren
off the
Bryant.
bottom of the first via the walk. Now stepping into the batter's box, the right-handed batter's box for the Lady Cats is number 12, Lauren Bryant. You can say enter Lauren Bryant, enter Sandman as she walks up to that. First pitch to her is lined into right field, but it's going to be a foul ball. As Bryant finds herself behind 0-1, like the aggression there from the senior right fielder. Bryant digs back in, Roshman's back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. That was just a little bit too low, count even 1-1. The 1-1 to Bryant. That one's high as well. Roshman's miss, the common miss, is high so far as Bryant moves ahead 2-1. Griggs patiently waiting, hoping to be set in motion off first base. Here's the next offering to Bryant. That one's low and in the dirt. Griggs is going to move up on the pass ball. The Lady Cats now have a runner on second with nobody out. Still here in the bottom of the first. Lauren Bryant finds herself ahead 3-1 in the count. So Bryant can be aggressive, but you want to be selectively aggressive. Don't want to swing at just anything, but if it's there, let it rip. Ooh, the 3-1 pitch. Bryant thought it was ball 4, and I did too, but that's not the way the umpire saw it. Count runs full. So both Lady Cat hitters so far seeing a full count from Roshman, making her work. Here's the full count offering. That one's going to be high too. And there's 2 walks to lead off the bottom of the first for the Lady Cats as Roshman struggling to find the strike zone a bit here in the early going. Now stepping into the box for the Lady Cats. Number 42, the center fielder, Kylie Brewer. Last time I was on air with you all, Brewer took the first pitch she saw deep to center. And if she does it again, I'm definitely saying I called it. First pitch to Brewer. That one's low. As Brewer finds herself ahead 1-0. So no first pitch fireworks this time, but I'll still take it on the second pitch just like I would the first. The 1-0 to Brewer. That's hit. Ooh, big hack, fouled straight back. Count evens up at 1-1. Brewer gets some instruction from Coach Blackwell at third base, digs back in. Next pitch to her. That one's hit and fouled off. I think that one might have found the parking lot. Brewer falls behind 1-2 now. Let's see if the senior center fielder can put up a good fight here, maybe put a ball in play. Next pitch to her. That one's low and in the dirt. Count evens up 2-2 as Griggs getting an aggressive lead off second base there. Might even bait a throwback from the catcher. The next offering from Roshman. That one's low as well. Count runs full, so all three of the Lady Cats hitters thus far seen a full count, really making Reichman work even when she's worked ahead. The full count pitch to Brewer. That one's low and in the dirt, and there's 3 straight walks to start the bottom of the first for the Lady Cats. They've got them loaded.
Number 3, Kelsey Carroll.
As number 3, Kelsey Carroll, the pitcher for the Lady Cats, they'll dig into the box looking to do some damage and get that run back that she gave up in the top of the first. First pitch to her bounces. Oh, and it hit her on the bounce. So that'll be a run and RBI for Carroll, as Lady Cats have now squared it all up at 1-1 via the hit by pitch. Now stepping into the box for the Lady Cats, number 30, Blair Boggess, the first baseman. First pitch to her is low and in the dirt, and it kicks away from the catcher, but it's going to go up the third base line, so no advance from the runners. As now the Lady Cats have Carroll on first, Berger on second, and Bryant on third. Bases full of Lady Cats. Let's see if Boggess can drive 1, 2, 3, maybe all of them in. Next pitch to Boggess is low. She now finds herself ahead 2-0. The 2-0 to Boggess. That one's low too, as Reichman just really struggling to find strike zone. Count runs 3-0. So I gotta believe Boggess isn't even gonna take the bat off the shoulder. Make Reichman throw a strike. She does. Count runs 3-1. So again, you want that selective aggression from Boggess if you're the Lady Cat coaching staff. As here's the next pitch to her. That one's too low. And Boggess reaches on the walk. Another run comes in as Lauren Bryant will cross home plate. Kelsey Carroll.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free, and there will never be a fee.
Shown here by the Lady Cat hitters is they're not just up there free swinging at anything, making Reichman work. And that's what you love to see here, especially in the early goings of the season. If you're a coach, you want to see your hitters showing some patience, swinging at strikes, leaving the balls out there. And so far, the Lady Cat's doing an excellent job of that, as Reichman's not got it quite her finest control, I would say, as the mound visit ends. Everybody's working their way back out to the field. Coaches back to their boxes. And now batting for the Lady Cats will be the catcher, number 4. This is loaded. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first, as the Lady Cats have now taken a 2-1 lead. They haven't put a ball in play. First pitch to Ludicky, a little bit inside, and she moves ahead 1-0. Reichman back on the mound. The next pitch. That one's low. Count moves 2-0. Ludicky digs back in after getting the sign from Coach Blackwell at third. Next pitch to her. Ooh, good pitch on the lower outside corner. Count now 2-1. Ludicky still ahead. Ludicky digs in. Next pitch to her. That was going to be high. Good job by the catcher to keep it in front. But the count will move to 3-1. Next pitch to Ludicky bounces in front of the plate. That'll be ball 4, and yet another Lady Cat run will be plated. And still, Lady Cat's yet to put a ball in play, but haven't had to, as Reichman has walked 5 of the 6 Lady Cat hitters here in the first and hit another. Now Carroll on third, Boggess on second, Ludicky on first. She'll be pitch ran for number 16, Rosalie Martin. And now in the box for the Lady Cats is number 7, Jack Keaton. First pitch to her is low and in the dirt, and she moves ahead 1-0. 1-0 to Keaton. That one's going to find the strike zone. Good pitch from Reichman. Count evens up 1-1. Keaton digs back in. Here's the 1-1 to her. That one's low and in the dirt. Catcher lost it for a split second, gets it back. But Keaton finds herself ahead 2-1. 2-1 to Keaton is laced back up into the center field. And that's going to get by the center fielder. We might have a little league inside park home run. As Keaton on second, she's going to get the third. As the third gets away from the second base. I thought Keaton might score on that if she rounded third hard and low back. And I think if they would have had her going the whole time, she scores easily. But a laced line drive there by Jack
Now
Keaton.
batting, number 11,
That'll be a
Gracie
single
Stack.
and an error. She finds herself all the way to third base and leads all the Lady Cat runners ahead of her. As the Lady Cats now lead 6-1 here in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch to Gracie Staggs gets by the catcher to the backstop. And Keaton, staying on the aggressive, will score on the pass ball. So now make it 7-1. Lady Cats still no outs here in the bottom of the first. As Gracie Staggs again moves ahead 1-0 in the count. Next one to Staggs. That's a little bit too high, and Reichman evens the count up. I'm sorry, Staggs moves ahead 2-0. To Staggs. That's low and in the dirt. Staggs moves ahead 3-0. Staggs digs back in ahead 3-0. Got to think she's taken all the way. She is. That one's right down Main Street. No offer. Count moves to 3-1. The 3-1 Staggs. That's low and in the dirt, and Staggs is going to find her way to first base via the walk. And now stepping to the plate for the Lady Cats will be number 25, Reagan Cruz, your left fielder today. But before that happens, we're going to have a pitching change. I believe. Well, let's see. We got the catcher taking off the gear. Reichman moving into the dugout. I don't know if they'll just be swapping catcher and pitcher or what they'll be doing.
Yo. Low.
Again, quick little recap of the action here in the bottom of the first so far. The first walk, Kelsey drove in Kenzie Griggs. Blair Bogus walked, which drove in Lauren Bryant. Isabel Ludicky then walked, which drove in Brewer. And then Jack Keaton cleared the bases with a single and an error. She got all the way to third base after the ball got by the Culleoka center fielder. And then the very next pitch is a wild pitch that Keaton scores on. So the Lady Cats find themselves ahead 7-1. And Gracie Staggs standing on first base as the pitching change is made after she drew a walk from Reichman. And it looks like Reichman putting on the catcher's gear, and the catcher Bowles looks like she'll handle the pitching duties now, as they're just going to do a straight pitcher-catcher swap. As Bowles and Reichman both work their way out of the dugout. Bowles gets the ball. She's just about to start her warm-up tosses, and while it was drizzling a little bit earlier in the game, looks like that's stopped now, and got a really nice-looking sky out there just behind the center field fence, and turned out to be a pretty nice day here in old Waynesboro, Tennessee, as Bowles is now getting to her warm-up tosses, and Cruz standing just outside the right-handed batter's box trying to get her timing down, as Bowles not as much velocity as Reichman, but looks like she's just throwing strike after strike right now in the warm-ups. So if I was the coaches, I think I'd tell the Lady Cats, hey, be ready to go up there and swing. Let's be aggressive, put the ball in play. While I'm thinking about it, I didn't do it the last time I was on air, but shout out to Leroy Andrews. Leroy listened to every basketball game that me and David Hastings got the privilege to broadcast this year, and I'm sure he's listening to the Lady Cats while they play softball. So always want to acknowledge Leroy and anyone else listening. I know my dad's listening, Stephen Turnbow. He told me I sounded like Harry Doyle, and that's the greatest compliment I could ever get. We're set to go as Bolton's first pitch to Cruz misses low and inside, and Cruz finds herself ahead 1-0. The next one to Cruz, that's a little inside, makes Cruz move her feet to get out of the way. She moves ahead 2-0. I think Staggs almost thought about moving up to second on that, but she stays put at first base. The next pitch from Bowles is way high. Catcher did a good job just to get a glove on that one, and the count moves to 3-0. The 3-0 to Cruz, that one's inside. She draws a walk.
Now batting, number 2, Kenzie Gray.
So of the 9 Lady Cat hitters, that is 6, 7 walks, a hit by pitch, and a single by Jack Keaton. The first offering to Griggs is called strike 1. Bowles works ahead. Lady Cats got him on first and second in the form of Cruz on first base and Staggs on second base. The 0-1 to Griggs. That one's a called strike on the inner half. Good pitch from Bowles as she finds herself ahead 0-2. Griggs found herself behind 0-2 in her first at bat, but was able to work back and draw a leadoff walk, and that's what started the Lady Cats scoring. The 0-2 to Griggs. That one's low and in the dirt, makes her shuffle the feet. As Staggs looked to move up to third, stopped about halfway between second and third, then went on without a throw. And then Cruz followed suit and moved up to second base. So Lady Cats with him on second and third now, as Griggs laces a ground ball down the third base line, but just foul as Coach Blackwell had to shuffle the feet a little bit to get out of the way. Got to make a play, Coach. Griggs battling, finds herself behind 1-2 still. Let's see if she can battle back, reach base anyway, somehow, some way. The next one to Griggs is hit and fouled straight back. That's going to roll to the backstop. Count remains 1-2. As Griggs adjusts the batting gloves, digs back in the box. Bowles toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. Griggs way out ahead. That's into the Culleoka dugout. Knocks down a bat. Luckily, everybody in there got out of the way. No harm, no foul. Well, it was a foul ball. As Bowles gets the ball back, works her way back into the circle. And the next offering, that's a changeup way in front of the plate. As Griggs is now even the count up at 2-2. Griggs ready, Bowles ready. The next pitch, that one's a little too far inside. Griggs moves out of the way of it. Count runs full. So Griggs, much like her first at bat, goes from 0-2 to 3-2. The next 3-2, the 3-2 offering is fouled straight back. Griggs already fouled off 3 or 4 pitches here. Good at bat, good battle shown by the Lady Cat leadoff hitter. As here's the next one to her. She laces that one. That gets between the third baseman and the shortstop. Staggs is going to score easily. They're going to stop Cruz at third base as Griggs will move up without a throw. As the shortstop had it and could have had a play at second base, but no throw. Griggs moves up. She'll have a single and advance on the throw. As again, scoring was Gracie Staggs, now making an 8-1 Lady Cat advantage. First pitch to Lauren Bright's a little too much far inside. Count moves to 1-0. Again, Bryant drawing a walk and scoring in her first at bat earlier this inning. Next pitch to her, low and outside. Count moves 2-0. Next Next pitch to Griggs misses as well. Or excuse me, Bryant. Next pitch to Bryant misses. Now it's 3-0. The 3-0 pitch makes Bryant shuffle her feet to get out of the way. When
Now
she
batting,
does,
number
she'll work her
42,
way down to
Kylie
first
Brewer.
base as the Lady Cats again have them loaded. With Cruz on third base, Griggs on second base, and Bryant on first base. Now stepping in is the 3-hole hitter, number 42, Kylie Brewer, who drew a walk in her first plate appearance and scored. First pitch to Brewer misses. Man, that looked like a good pitch, too. As Brewer moves ahead 1-0. That pitch to Brewer's in there for a called strike one. Count evens 1-1. So 1-1 to Brewer. That one's a little too high above the belt. Count moves 2-1. Ooh, the 2-1 pitch looked pretty good as well, but that misses the zone. Brewer finds herself ahead 3-1. 3-1 to Brewer. That one's right down Main Street and count runs full. See if Brewer puts one in play here, draws a walk, whatever. Let's just hope she drives in another Lady Cat run. Next pitch to Brewer is laced to center. Center fielder's gonna overrun it. It'll drop as Cruz is gonna score. Griggs is gonna score. Bryant to second, Bryant to third. Brewer to second.
Now
As
batting,
Brewer
number 3,
drives
Chelsea
in.
Carroll.
Sit on the box, stomp your feet, stop clapping. Got a real good feeling, something bad about it.
Two Lady Cats as Cruz and Griggs cross the plate. Next batter is Kelsey Carroll. She flies one to left field. That's caught by the left fielder, but Bryant tagging from third base. She'll score standing up. And the Lady
Now
Cats tack
batting,
on
number
another
30,
run
Blair Bogus.
to make it 11-1. As that's the first out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Blair Bogus. It'll hit her
Now batting,
as she
number
finds herself
44,
way down the
Isabel
first
Ludicky.
base. And again, Brewer on second base after the error by the center fielder. And Bogus with the hit by pitch. First pitch to Ludicky, a called strike one on the outer half. She falls behind 0-1. The next delivery from Bowles. That one makes Ludicky shuffle the feet, but she gets out of the way to even count up 1-1. Man, Bowles works fast. She gets the thing, and more than less, she's throwing the next pitch right after she gets it. As the next pitch, Ludicky is hit to the shortstop. She'll take the force out at third base, but that's all they'll get. So heads up play there by the shortstop.
Now batting, number
As that'll
7,
be a
Jack Heaton.
6-5 put out for the second out here. Ludicky will reach on the fielder's choice as Bogus moves up to second base. Now in the box for the Lady Cats is number 7, Jack Keaton.
Number 16, Rosalie Martin.
And courtesy running for the catcher Ludicky will be number 16, Rosalie Martin. Pitch is popped up by Keaton. First baseman Watson's there. And she'll put a squeeze on it, and that will end the bottom of the first here for the Lady Cats, but not before they're able to plate 11 runs. So big first inning there by the Lady Cats.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
There's the last one. There's the throw down, a 2-hopper to Griggs on the throw from Ludicky.
Now
As the
batting for
ball
Lady
worked its
Warriors,
way
the left fielder, number
around the Lady
18,
Cat
Burns.
infielders. And the first to greet Carroll here in the top of the second for the Culleoka Lady Warriors will be number 18, S. Burns, the left fielder. See if Carroll, if she can have a quick second inning here, get the Lady Cats back in the dugout, get the bats going again. The first pitch from Carroll. Cold strike one on the outer half. Good pitch to start action here in the top of the second as Carroll finds herself ahead 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Carroll ahead 0-2. As Carroll gets back on the rubber. Burns works her way back into the batter's box. Here's the 0-2. Ooh, not a bad pitch there from Carroll. Count runs 1-2. Carroll's ready. Here's the 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Ludicky. She'll have to make a throw down the Bogus. She does. That strikeout was brought to you by Shelter Insurance. Call or text Jason in Boston at 931-722-5592.
Lady
Carroll
Warriors, the second baseman.
gets a quick first out on a swinging strikeout here of Burns. And now greeting her will be Stutz, the Lady Warriors second baseman, number 77. And the first pitch to her, that's going to be low and in the dirt, gets to the backstop. That's going to work its way about halfway up the third base line as Staggs picks it up with a bare hand, throws it back to Carroll. She'll work her way back to her position. The 1-0 from Carroll, that's swung on and missed. Count evens up 1-1. Carroll's ready. Here's her next pitch. That one bounces in front of the plate. Count moves to 2-1. Has Carroll been messing with the dirt right there just in front of the mound? I don't know if it's bothering her footing or what, but she's ready to go again. Next pitch to her, that one's going to be a little high. Count moves 3-1. So good patience here by Stutz as she finds herself ahead 3-1. Let's see if Carroll can battle back. There's the changeup for strike two. Good change of pace pitch is, I'd say there's a good 10, 15 mile an hour difference in her changeup and softball. And her changeup and fastball, I said softball. The full count pitch is a changeup that's gonna miss low. And Stutz finds her way down to first base
Lady
via
Warriors,
the
the right
one-out
fielder,
walk.
number 19, Huskins.
And now stepping into the plate for the Lady Warriors is number 19, Huskins, the right fielder. As she digs into the right-handed batter's box, first pitch to her, fastball misses low. Carroll falls behind 1-0. Next pitch from Carroll misses low as well, and Huskins has to move out of the way, shuffle the feet. Has Carroll now behind 2-0. See if she can bounce back, get a strike here, get her to put a ball in play for a double play. Next pitch from Carroll, that one misses high and outside. Count moves 3-0. The 3-0 from Carroll, that one misses high too. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk. As Stutz will move up to second base. Huskins will jog her way down to first base, and Culleoka's back to the top of their lineup after 2 walks here in the top of the second, and that'll bring Chumbley to the plate as she reached base in her first at bat last inning via the walk. Run so far is time's going to be called, and looks like Coach Cruz is going to go out there. Coach Jason Cruz is going to go out there and have a chat with Carroll. And just from experience, I'm sure he's just telling her, look, we're up 10 runs. Just throw strikes, let them hit it, let them put it in play, let your defense work. That's all you want to see if you're a coach. you've got a big lead like this. You don't want to extend anything. You don't want to make this last longer than it has to, so just throw strikes. As the next pitch from Carroll, it's going to get all the way to the backstop, and runners will move up as Stutz reaches third base, and Huskins moves up to second, and Chumbley finds herself ahead 1-0. The 1-0 to Chumbley is just a little bit outside, and McCount moves 2-0. The next one from Carroll, that's high. Good job by Ludicky to get a glove on it, keep it from going to the backstop, but Chumbley now ahead 3-0. Carroll's next pitch, that one's high too, and that's another walk here in the top of the second, as the Lady Warriors now have the
batting
bases
for Lady
loaded
Warriors,
with
the
no
catcher, number
outs.
16, Reichman.
Stepping to the plate is number 16, Reichman, who's now the catcher. First pitch to Reichman's low and in the dirt. Carroll's struggling to find the zone right now. Let's see if she can bounce back. Sometimes that's a pitcher, all you need to see is one, find the strike zone, and then you can just kind of go from there. That next pitch from Carroll gets to the backstop, no advancement by the runners. It's Reichman now ahead 2-0. Ooh, the 2-0 pitch from Carroll. Kind of thought it was borderline, but it's called strike nonetheless, and she now falling behind 2-1. Next pitch, change up that Reichman hits into center field, but Brewer's going to be there to make the catch. They're going to try to shake it down Brewer, and golly, Stutz was out by a good 10 steps at home plate. As that will be a double play to end the top of the second here. So Lady Warriors able to get the bases loaded, but come up with nothing on a double play there on the fly out, and then the absolute laser throw from Brewer to home plate to gun down Stutz. And here in the middle of the second, Lady Cats 11, Culleoka 1. We'll be right back after a short break.
Please enjoy the rest of the game.
Struggled to find the strike zone, but Reichman line one to center. That was caught by Brewer, and then Brewer gunned down Stutz at home plate by a good 10 steps. And here we are in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Staggs is hit into shallow right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Staggs rounds first aggressively, but she'll work her way back as the ball makes its way back into the infield. And the Lady Cats have a leadoff single.
Now batting, number 25, Reagan Cruz.
And now digging into the box for the Lady Cats, number 25, Reagan Cruz. She reached base via the walk, her first at bat, much like Staggs did. First pitch to Cruz is low and inside. That skips up to the catcher. She keeps it in front, though, is no advancement from Staggs, and Cruz ahead 1-0. The 1-0 to Cruz is high and outside. Count moves 2-0. The 2-0 to Cruz. That one's high and outside too, and count moves to 3-0. So a first pitch single by Staggs here to start the bottom of the second for the Lady Cats. And then 4 straight balls will
Now batting,
let Cruz
number
work
2,
her way
Kenzie
down
Briggs.
to first base. Staggs will jog on down to second base, and Lady Cats have them first and second, no outs.
Now batting, number 22, Sarah Blackwell.
And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter as Sarah Blackwell is going to dig into the box in the place of Kenzie Griggs here in the bottom of the second as she knocks the dirt off the cleats, checks the bat. Blackwell digs in. Bowles is ready. Here's the first pitch. That one's going to miss high, and Blackwell finds herself ahead 1-0. The next one to Blackwell. That one's high too. Count moves to 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, that one's low and inside. Count moves 3-0. The 3-0 Blackwell taken all the way. She thought that was ball 4, but that one catches in zone. Count moves to 3-1. The 3-1 to Blackwell. That one's inside. She draws a walk. As the Lady Cats now have them
Now batting, number 21,
loaded.
Emma Bryant.
Blackwell on first. Cruz on second. Staggs on third. And now digging into the box for the Lady Cats is number 21. I have to pull up my roster to see who this is. Oh, it's the other Bryant. It's Emma Bryant as she digs into the left-handed batter's box to replace her sister. Here in the bottom of the second, and the first pitch she sees is low and in the dirt, and Emma finds herself ahead 1-0. As the next pitch to Emma is a cold strike. Count evens 1-1. The 1-1 offering to Bryant. That's hit, squiveled out in front of the. Went up the first base line. First baseman picked it up in foul territory as Bryant took the helmet off. She thought she was out, but on the foul ball, she'll get a redo as she now finds herself behind 1-2. The next one to Emma. That's a little up and in. Count evens at 2-2. The 2-2, that one's low and outside. Count runs full. Good AB here by the young Bryant. The full count pitch is laced down the left field line. That's going to be fine. That's getting all the way to the net. Staggs scores. Cruz scores. Blackwell scores, and Emma Bryant's got herself a stand-up triple. As she comes in, replaces her sister, says, "Watch this."
Now batting number
And she
23,
plates 3 Lady
Addison
Cats.
Mahelsi.
As the Lady Cats now move ahead 14-1. And now stepping into the box for the Lady Cats, Addison Mahelsi. Number 23, I believe. Yes, that's correct. Number 23. First pitch to her is a swing and a miss as she falls behind 0-1.
I mean, it was perfect after her triple.
The next one, Timahelsey's fouled off as the pitch before missed the zone. As she now finds herself behind 1-2. Next two pitch to Timahelsey swung on and missed as she'll go down for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Now stepping
Now
to the
batting,
box
number 3, Kelsey Carroll.
for the Lady Cats is number 3, Kelsey Carroll. See if the senior can drive in some runs. If she blips one in the shallow left, that's going to drop in front of the left fielder. Emma Bryant's going to score from third base, and Kelsey Carroll has herself an RBI single. As Lady Cats now lead 15-1 in the bottom of the
Now
second,
batting,
still only
number
one out.
14, Madison Jones.
Now stepping into the box for the Lady Cats will be Madison Jones. Let me find her number real quick. Number 14, Madison Jones, be stepping into the box for Blair Bogus. First pitch to her. That one misses the zone. The next one to Jones. That one makes her shuffle the feet. She gets out of the way of it, though. She moves ahead 2-0. The 2-0 to Jones. Big swing and a miss. Ball gets by the catcher. Carroll's going to move up to second base on the pass ball. As Bowles gets it, she's ready. Next pitch to Jones. That one's hit, fouled straight back. Count even now at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Jones has popped up, and that's a big league pop-up. That's going to find foul territory. As the first baseman, Watson, just couldn't get there to make the play. Jones some new life after that pop-up found the dirt. Here's the next pitch to her. That's hit. That's fouled between her legs. That'll roll back to the backstop. Count remains even at 2-2. The 2-2 to Jones, that's hit on the ground to the third baseman. Throw across the diamonds in time. That'll get Jones, but Carroll's going to move up to third base on the throw.
Now batting, number 16, Rosalie Martin.
So now stepping into the box for the Lady Cats will be number 16, Rosalie Martin, hitting in the place of Isabel Ludicky. First pitch to Martin misses inside. She finds herself ahead 1-0. Next pitch to Martin a little bit inside too. She moves ahead 2-0. And 2-0 to Martin. That one finds the zone as she count moves now to 2-1. Martin still way ahead. Next one to Martin's low and in the dirt. Gets past the catcher, but no advancement from Carroll. And count will move to 3-1. The 3-1 pitch, that gets Martin on the thigh. She'll work her way down to first base. Carroll going to remain put at third, and now hitting for the Lady Cats will be number 18,
Now
Jaylee
batting,
Warren.
number 18, Jaylee Warren.
She'll hit in the place of Jack Keaton. Warren's ready. Bowles is ready. First pitch. That one's a big swing and a miss, or foul straight back.
Still 15 after 4, right?
And Warren finds herself behind 0-1. Warren digs back in. Next pitch over that. It's hit by hard back up the middle. Bounces off the pitcher. And everybody's going to advance safely. Carroll will score. So RBI single there for Jaylee Warren. As Martin will move up to second base.
Now batting,
And
number
Gracie
11,
Staggs back up to
Gracie
the plate as she led off this inning. First pitch to Staggs is a called strike. Staggs then rips the 0-1 pitch back up the middle to center field. And they're not going to stop Martin as she'll score from second base. Warren moves up to second from first base. And Staggs has herself an RBI single. Good piece of hitting there by the Lady Cat third baseman. As the first pitch to Cruz is popped up, play made by the third baseman. To end things here in the bottom of the second, but not before the Lady Cats played another 6 runs as they now lead 17-1 at the conclusion of 2. We'll be right back after a short break. You're listening to Wayne County Softball on Big Oldies Radio.
There are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back into Wayne County Softball on Big Oldies Radio. As after 2 complete innings, the Lady Cats find themselves ahead by a score of 17-1. They scored 11 runs there in the first and 6 in the second. So we have several defensive changes here. See, as we have Madison Jones at first base for the Lady Cats, Jaylee Warren at second, Gracie Staggs at short. Sarah Blackwell at third, Kelsey Carroll still on the mound. Martin at catcher. Looks like Mahelsi in left, Cruz in center, and Emma Bryant in right. So all the starters outside of Carroll now out of the game. I'd imagine the coaches just want her to get another inning of work. And the first pitch from Carroll to Bowles is a called strike 1, so good start here to the third inning for Carroll. Next pitch from Carroll misses high and outside, count evens at 1-1. The next pitch is pop. That's a big league pop-up, but Warren's going to camp under it. She'll make the grab. As there's out number 1.
Now batting for Lady Warriors, first baseman number 11, Watson.
Now stepping into the box for Culleoka is the first baseman number 11, Watson. Good start there for Carroll, a 3-pitch pop out. The first pitch to Watson, that's a called strike on the outer half. Carroll ahead 0-1. Carroll's ready. Here's the 0-1. That one's a little high and in. Count evens 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Carroll is a changeup that Watson really wanted to offer at, but held back, and count now moves to 2-1. The 2-1 from Carroll, that one's high and outside. Count moves to 3-1. The 3-1 from Carroll, that one's high. That'll be ball 4 as Watson draws a 1-out walk.
Now batting for the Lady Warriors, the center fielder number 3, Andrews.
Now stepping into the box for Culleoka will be the center fielder number 3, Andrews. Carroll looks to bounce back after that walk. First pitch to Andrews, she squares the bunt, misses. I thought the Lady Cats might have a play on a back pick at first, but no throw. Carroll ahead 0-1 on Andrews. Andrews squares the bunt again, but again misses. And there was a throw down that time for Martin. Good throw, just a little bit too late, and Carroll finds herself ahead 0-2. The 0-2 from Carroll, that's a swing and a miss. That strikeout. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance. Call or text Jason in Boston at 931-722-5592.
Now batting for the Lady Warriors, the third baseman number 10, Burns.
So good bounce back from Carroll. 3-pitch swinging strikeout, and now stepping into the box for Culleoka, number 10, Burns, the third baseman. That's the first pitch to her, bounces. Good job by Martin to keep it in front. Keep the runner at first base as Carroll falls behind 1-0. The 1-0 from Carroll, that one's going to miss high. Count moves to 2-0. The 2-0 from Carroll bounces up there. The changeup, Martin, good job of sliding over, keeping that in front. Count moves to 3-0. Pitch is high and outside, and Burns, Burns, is going to draw a 4-pitch
now
walk.
batting for the Lady Warriors, the left fielder number 18,
With
Burns.
2 outs here in the top of the third, and now stepping into the box, number 18, S. Burns. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a pinch hitter. It's going to be Witter.
Correction, now batting for the Lady Warriors, number 6, Witter.
Number 6, Witter. Yeah, some umpire's got to get that wrote down in the books, but home plate ump's ready to go. Here's the first offering from Carroll. That one's low in the dirt. Another good block by Martin there. She keeps it in front. Runners will work the way back to their respective bases, and Carroll finds herself behind 1-0. .0 pitch is high. Count moves to 2-0. .2 pitches to change up the mid high and outside. Count moves to 3-0. The 3-0 from Carroll. That one's high and outside. It gets to the backstop, but it doesn't matter. It's ball 4. As the Lady Warriors again have the bases loaded. And now stepping to the box will be
second baseman number 77.
Number
Stutz.
77, Stutz, the second baseman. The first pitch to Stutz. High and outside as count moves to 1-0. Next pitch to Stutz bounces behind her. Good job of Mark not to let that get to the backstop. Count moves to 2-0.
Stop, Rosalie.
The 2-0 from Carroll. Change up. Ooh, I thought that one found the strike zone, but Blue said otherwise, so count moves to 3-0. The 3-0. That one's right down Broadway. Count moves to 3-1. See if Carroll can do that 2 more times. There's a strike on the outside corner. Count now full. This runner should be in motion, but the full count pitch misses outside. That's another walk. So Lady Warriors going to plate their second run of the game as Watson will come in to score. Burns will move up to third. Witter will move up to second, and Stutz will make her way down to first base after drawing the walk.
Now batting for the Lady Warriors, number 21, Ketchum.
As we have another pinch hitter, Ketchum now into the game, pinch hitting for the Lady Warriors. First pitch to her misses the zone. Count moves to 1-0. The next offering from Carroll, that one misses low. Good scoop by Martin. Count moves to 2-0. Ooh, the 2-0 from Carroll. Nice changeup and catch him way out ahead of that one. Count moves to 2-1. Another changeup, another swing and a miss. Count evens at 2-2. See if Carroll can get that strike 3 and get this Lady Cat offense back going. Another changeup. That one's going to be hit weakly on the ground to third base. Jones gloves it. Tags the bag. That'll end the Lady Warriors half of this inning, and that will end our ball game as well. We'll drop back with a quick recap after a short break. You've been listening to Lady Cat Softball on Big Oldies Radio.
At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back into Lady Cat Softball on Big Oldies Radio. As our final score today is Wayne County 17, Culleoka 2 after 3 innings. Lady Cats, really good job of showing some patience at the plate today, drawing a bunch of walks, and after those walks, coming up with some clutch hits. So notably, just off the top of my head, Emma Bryant with a stand-up triple there in the bottom of the second inning when she replaced her sister Lauren Bryant. Pretty much every Lady Cat got to see some form of action today, whether at the plate or in the field, so you always like to see that. Kelsey Carroll getting the win on the mound, going 3 innings, I believe, only allowing 1 hit. Let's see, Andrews had the RBI single back in the first. And if my stat sheet's correct, that's the only hit she gave up, while also striking out 1, 2, 3, 4 Lady Warriors hitters. So good day at the office for the Lady Cats as they come up with a big district win, again by a final score of 17-2. I'd like to say a big thanks back to Jeff back in the studio, and thanks to all those listening. We'll be back on air Thursday, March 23rd, and David Miller will be bringing you the play-by-play action when Wayne County squares off against Richland right back here on the campus of Wayne County High School. This has been Wayne County Softball on Big Oldies Radio.
Real quick, the folks that are watching on YouTube, our next game is, what is this, Thursday night at home, and I think we have a B team game. Let me look at my schedule. I'm never prepared for this. I apologize for that. Let's see here. Richland, March 23rd is at home, like he said, and we have a middle school game beforehand. I'm going to try to cover that as well, and I'm going to attempt to cover the middle school game as well that starts at 4 o'clock. So Thursday, Richland at 6 p.m., and then the junior high middle school game is at 4 p.m. Also, we have a tournament this weekend, the Southern Warrior Classic, and we have 2 games on the March 24th, which is Friday. One is at 2 p.m. and one is at 6 p.m. And I'm going to cover those live. I'm going to try to, unless somebody tries to kick me out of the diamond, the complex. But 2 games Friday, and then Sunday, a morning game at 10 a.m. I know everybody will be at church for that, but I'll be there covering it live. You can watch it after you get back home from church, and that's this weekend. So join us for that, and we're going to sign off here shortly. I'm going to let the advertisements run for a little while, and I want to thank my sponsors and everybody that watches. And if you would like and subscribe, click the thumbs up button down at the bottom, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm over 800. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I sure appreciate it. Y'all have a good night, and see you Thursday. At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. Now please enjoy the rest of the game. At this time, I would like to take a moment and thank my many fine sponsors for making this live stream possible for you, the viewer. It is completely free and there will never be a fee to watch these videos. However, if you would like to make a contribution to me for my efforts, there are links to my Venmo and PayPal in the description of this video. It is not a requirement, it is only if you wish to. I will ask that you please subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button. Now please enjoy the rest of the game.